Do you think changing the rules in the middle of the game is fair? Hi, my name is Carma Spence, the Own Your Awesome in Business and Life Coach, with the next installment in my Pay Me What I'm Worth journey. Today I'm going to be exploring Chapter 8, which is all about performance-based contracts. I want to take you back to that question I asked at the beginning of the video. Do you think that changing the rules in the middle of the game is fair? Let me tell you a little story. Back when I was in junior high, I believe it was like the 8th grade, they had this annual magazine sale thing, and they would bring all of us in the auditorium to launch it on a Monday. And this particular year, I was sitting near the front, and this man in a suit came up to me before the presentation began. He said, "Would you like to help me with the presentation?" I said, "Sure." So he handed me a little card, and about halfway through the presentation, he calls upon me. He says, "What's on your card?" So I scratched it off, and there was a W on it. He goes, "Okay, let's see what W wins." "You win flashing disco lights." Yay! I was so excited. I love flashing lights. So he said, "Come and get your prize on Friday when we distribute all the prizes that I've been talking about in this presentation." So Friday, I dutifully got in line to get my disco lights. I was looking forward to getting my disco lights. Woo! Disco lights! And I get to the head of the line, and I hand the card with my W on it to the person at the front of the line who's handing out the prizes. And she looks and she goes, "Oh, here's your prize." And she hands me a Spider-Man ballpoint pen. I mean, like this size. And I'm like, "But I was told I got disco lights." And they went, "I'm sorry, that's what it says the W is." So I left the auditorium dejected. And my friends were like, "So did you get your disco lights? Did you get your disco lights?" And I'm like, "No, they gave me this Spider-Man ballpoint pen." And they're like, "No, that is not fair. They told you in front of the entire school that you were getting flashing disco lights, so you are trotting yourself back in there getting your disco lights." And I'm like, "But they already told." So they walked me in there and asked for the guy to come over, and I said, "Hey, you told me I was getting disco lights in front of everybody." He goes, "Oh, yeah, that was just a special part. Here's your disco lights." And he gave me the disco lights, and I love them. I had them for like 2 decades before they finally fell apart. I'd use them for Christmas. I'd use them for parties. They were awesome. But the thing is, in a way, he changed the rules in the middle of the game. He told the whole auditorium, "Guess what? When you get a W, you get flashing disco lights." But that wasn't the case. You got a Spider-Man ballpoint pen. The reason why I share this story is because it is an example of a performance-based contract. Basically, you sold so many magazines, you got these cool prizes. The problem is they kind of alluded that we were going to be getting cooler prizes for less magazines, and that wasn't fair. But that's beside the point. What really goes in here is, what is a performance-based contract? Basically, it's you do this, you get that. You don't do this, you get that. And Soul Dancer goes into a lot more depth about performance-based contracts in Chapter 8. And he says it follows a 4-part basic formula: task, rule, reward, and penalty. Now, I'm willing to bet that you have a performance-based contract with yourself right now, whether you're aware of it or not. It's probably not even in writing. So what I'd like you to do is take a moment to think about it. Pause this video and then come back after you've written down what your performance-based contract is. Okay? Fair enough? I'll wait. Okay, so did you put down your performance-based contract? Well, just in case you had a little trouble with that, I'm going to share with you one of mine. I have a goal, and that is to get back to my goal weight by September of 2015. So my performance-based contract with myself basically comes down to this. 1, task. Achieve my goal by September 2015. Rule: I'll eat healthfully, incorporating a lot more fresh and raw foods, and I will avoid junk food. Reward: I'll get to feel fantastic, but even better that yet, I'll get to fit into this mandarin dress that I inherited from my grandmother. I used to be able to wear this, and it looks fabulous on me. And my penalty? Well, if I don't do what I say I'm going to do, I'm going to continue to be unhappy with my weight. I'll probably feel bad about myself, and if I really don't watch it, I may even mentally beat myself up. See? That's a performance-based contract. And I didn't even have it written down. Believe me, I certainly didn't consciously come up with that. But every time you set a goal for yourself, you create a performance-based contract. So why not write it down? That way you're clear and at least conscious about it. So I invite you to go over to bit.ly.com/payspence and find the audio for Chapter 8 and listen to it and get an idea for what this book has in store for you, at least with this chapter. And if you've been following these videos and these posts and listening to the audios, you know that going through this journey can make you more confident, more secure in who you are. But I invite you also to go to this post, because down at the bottom, I have little audio clips from at least 3 people who have benefited from taking the 12-week masterclass that I'm inviting you to go with me. Now, those people only got to benefit from the guidance of Soul Dancer, but you, my friend, will be able to pick not only Soul's brain and benefit from his guidance, but you'll benefit from mine too. So I invite you to go to bit.ly.com/payspence, learn more about the class, sign up to have a curious conversation with me to see if you are a good fit for this class. It is only going to be offered at the current price for this short period of time. So get in now and emerge in 12 weeks a more confident you.